Hello dear students, today we will be continuing the topic of Drago's rule from chemical bonding chapter. So here, first of all, before going to the postulates towards the Drago's rule, we will deal with one of the example of it which follows Drago's rule. So here is ammonia, element of member group 15, phosphine, arsenic hydride and antimony hydride. Okay, so the question comes, arrange them in the order of their bond angle. So for this we need to know the concept of electronegativity related to the bond angle, and as we know, electronegativity of central atom increases, bond angle increases. Here ammonia is having highest bond angle compared to phosphine, arsenic and antimony, and as we move down the group, electronegativity goes on decreasing and bond angle also goes on decreasing. Correct. So therefore here we can see the bond angle of antimony hydride is 91 degree, arsenic hydride is 92 degree, phosphine is 93 degree and ammonia it is 107 degree. So here we can see very much greater difference between phosphine and ammonia of 14 degree, right? And also as we know that for the hybridization whose value comes to be 4, it becomes sp3 and bond angle is 109 degree 27 minutes, and it is true for ammonia, and it is only true for ammonia, mind this word, that it is only true for ammonia and not for phosphine, arsenic and antimony, even though its hybridization number will be 4. So why? The reason is the postulates of Drago's rule. Why is it so? Because of the Drago's rule postulates. Drago's rule postulates follows for some these rare elements, or rather we can say rare compounds belonging to the group 14, 15, 16. Okay, below third row elements are there. That only follows Drago's rule. Okay, so for this, see. The members of group 14, 15 and 16 and also the second, third and fourth member will follow Drago's rule, and it is not applicable to the first member, and bond angle nears to 90 degree, right? And no overlapping will take place, that is only pure p orbital will participate in overlapping. Okay, overlapping, or we can say no mixing of orbital take place. So these all postulates can be explained further by taking an example of phosphine. See, I am doing this for you. Phosphine with atomic number 15, and the configuration will be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Right? 3s2 orbital will remain unhybridized because it is completely filled. Or rather here we will say that it will not participate and it will act as a lone pair. And 3p3, in that px, py and pz will overlap with hydrogen orbitals, like px with one hydrogen, py with another and pz with another hydrogen. So here we are concluding that hybridization does not take place, only pure p orbital overlaps with hydrogen at a bond angle of 90 degree. Right? Here I am trying to show the 90 degree bond angle, right? So at 90 degree is the most important term here, and 107 degree, which is the bond angle of ammonia, suggests that hybridization is nearer to 109 degree, that is for tetrahedral. Bond angle or geometry follows here is tetrahedral, right? So this thing you need to know very well. Because 107 degree is nearer to 109 degree, here geometry becomes tetrahedral and hybridization occurs to be sp3. Fine, hybridization occurs to be sp3, and here no sp3 hybridization, only p orbital overlaps, and that also at nearer to 90 degree. So see here we are taking 90, 91, 92, 93, nearer to 90 degree all the bond angles are there, and these are second, third and fourth members. Right, leaving first member, other member will show similar type of bond angle forming with hydrogen. Right, main thing this is for Drago's rule. This can be explained further here. See, Nitrogen with bond angle of 107 degree we know. See here for 2s2 and 2p3 valential configuration, it becomes 2s2 acts as a lone pair and p3 orbital with other hydrogen. Okay, here we are telling that because bond angle is 107 nearer to sp3 hybridization whose bond angle is 109, therefore nitrogen will show or ammonia will show sp3 hybridization state. And in case of phosphine, here we are telling, see, phosphine with bond angle of 93 degree, it is overlapping with hydrogen. So therefore 3s2 orbital will electrons will act as a lone pair and 3p3 will overlap with hydrogen. No mixing of orbital is taking place, right? Here S and P both are not participating, only P is participating. Similarly, we can also see for group 16 members also, because earlier we had tell that 14, 15, 16 group follows this rule. So water, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen selenium, and hydrides of selenium and hydrides of tellurium. So here we can see the bond angles. Water, it is 105 degree, sulfur it is 93, for selenium 92, and for tellurium it is 91 degree, right? So like this bond angles are shown here. Here also same concept, same thing, that oxygen is having, 1 minute, hybridization number Z is 4 sp3. For water, oxygen, okay, 2s2 2p4, 2 lone pairs are there. So water, 2 hydrogen atom with overlap with the 2 unhybridized orbital of p orbital, whereas for sulfur 3s2 3p4, here only no hybridization take place. Same reason, only mixing of pure p orbital with hydrogen will take place, right? This is all about Drago's rule. Very simple, needs to be understood completely. One more pic I am sending after this slide, so do watch, see it carefully.